Hello, welcome to a Board Deck and Dice second play. I'm here with Mark, down again, and we are playing the prototype of Trick Shot, which, as you can see, is an ice hockey game. This is prototype, so it will be, these are really great standees though, but it will be miniatures, I believe, in the final Kickstarter, and obviously the board won't be stuck together with tape. This is a push-your-luck game. When it is your turn, you take a dice and you roll it. You choose your action first, and move, pass, shoot, check. No, check isn't an action. Tackle or hit, and you roll a dice. And as long as you don't fail, these will be proper nice dice in the final one, proper custom dice. As long as you don't fail, you get to take that action. If you fail, there's various different things that can be done about that happen. Like the puck will bounce, or the other player will get a reaction if you roll a certain number. The nice thing is, if you then want to take another go, so say I've rolled this and I've successfully done whatever I want to do, next go I have to take another dice, and then if I want to go again I have to take another dice, and then I'm going to go again I have to take another dice. So all the time you're kind of pushing your luck with your actions. You get a certain number of re-rolls represented by your kind of substitute bench. When they've got the numbers on, they represent re-rolls you can take. And the only way to reset them is to end your go and change your tactic, which is like a special power that only applies while it's face up. It works really well, it plays really fast, and in the two games we've had, I think it's been fairly good at proving a little bit different each time. We did much more movement this time. Last time Mark was just off and scoring quick goals. This time it was a bit more strategic. I don't think... Once I scored, the floodgates did open.
Yeah. Well, the score was the same as last time.
Yeah, but I probably scored... You scored consistently over the course of the match. I feel like I scored mine in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Good? Bad?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's simple. Even though it's all just dice rolling, really, it's quite balanced. So the re-rolls are good. I think a lot of that is the fact that it's only with one dice. It's only 1 out of 6 for a fail. So as you add more dice, I think that sort of with the re-rolls, it doesn't get too out of hand. So it's not like you're getting up to sort of 5 or 6 dice and just constantly failing every time you get to there, which is nice. And you've got a fairly good idea of when you should end your go each go.
Yes.
With sort of how many rerolls you've got left and sort of what you're trying to do. You've got a fairly good idea of sort of if you should keep rolling or if you should end your go. It does feel a little bit, one thing I would say is it does feel a little bit like, I think this could be just sort of down to me, but when, I don't know if you felt the same from when we played before and when I won, but if you're like here with the puck, it kind of feels a bit like there's not much I can do in this situation. If you've got even just 2 or 1 reroll left, you can...
Unless I roll a reaction, in which case you can move the keeper.
Yeah, but it's
you're better at moving the keeper than me. I always forget about moving the keeper.
Yeah, but if you're here and or say you're here and it's blocked and you roll and I get a reaction, I can move to there. But then it seems like the next go you're probably going to move there without me getting a reaction, and then probably going to score.
Depends on how many dice, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I was definitely moving my defenders back more this time. I was aware of you, and these are defensive men.
Yeah.
So I think what's nice is it's generous in letting you succeed, almost too much that it makes you want to roll the dice. But there's sometimes when actually you'd rather fail than give the person a reaction.
Yeah.
Because giving them a reaction could set them up for something else.
Yeah.
And it really is about managing your stamina here, these stamina tokens, and choosing the right time to refresh them, maybe a go when you don't actually do much.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I probably did a bit better this time round.
I think I probably didn't really move these two.
No.
that much. I don't think I did last go either. But I just think you didn't either. So I got a little bit lucky with your dice rolls, and I got that card that I think you've got that let me move and pass through players. So I think the first goal I scored, I didn't use any rerolls, or maybe I used one last go.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to reset, so I could have that card for a couple of goes.
There's still luck involved, obviously, but
it's managed well.
Yeah.
Better than most games.
You do feel like you're kind of, you wish you hadn't pushed it, or like if I was down there, I probably would push my luck. I mean, obviously, the one kind of, I would say the one. I don't know if it's a negative. It depends on the score, but whoever has the last go.
Yeah.
If it's a close game, they are always just going to push their luck to the max.
Well, yeah, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you either fail and the game ends, or you score and win and the game ends. So
there's no way of changing that without making it unfair to the last player, really. So
yeah,
it's just one of those things. So obviously it's a prototype version. I'm sure there's going to be much more coming to the Kickstarter, which I believe comes in early May. So look out for that. It's Trick Shot, and I got my revenge on Mark.